Blackstone Audio presents Political Suicide, Missteps, Peccadilloes, Bad Calls, Backroom Hijinks, Sordid Pasts, Rotten Breaks, and Just Plain Dumb Mistakes in the Annals of American Politics by Erin McHugh. This book is read by Flanagan. I want to dedicate this book to the guys in the white hats. In my life, the Fitzpatrick family. Senator Jack, Jane, Nancy, and Anne. You dumped me on a street in Pittsfield in 1973 to ring doorbells and ask for votes, and I began to understand what service to the people is all about. Introduction. In the 21st century, it seems that the electoral process, from our local school board elections to campaigns for mayor and congressman to the selection of the next president of our 50 states, has become a circus. What should be a serious and thoughtful activity on which the future of the country rests is instead filled with budgetary tightrope routines, sparkly partisan costumes, ethical disappearing acts, and most certainly clowns. Instead, it becomes 3 rings of horror. We are so fatigued by the time the mud is slung, the skeletons come out of the closet, and Election Day is over, that we're often exhausted by our new legislators before they've even had a chance to start their jobs. The bloom is already off the rose, the thrill is gone, and they haven't even had a chance to screw it up yet. Oh, but they will. Not all of them, of course, but enough to keep the headlines full and the 24-hour news programming churning. Enough will mess up to make us wish we had voted for someone else, or to wonder, how could he think he'd get away with that? And we'll sit back and shake our heads and say to each other, now that is political suicide. Political suicide is a collection of some of the most incredible stories of misdeeds from our nation's past. An array of tales of human misbehavior as old as time itself. There are all the things we've come to expect from politicians, including bribery, sex scandals, bigotry, embezzlement, and payoffs. But it turns out that there are myriad ways to mess up on the political stage, if one has only a bit of imagination and enough rope to hang oneself. Brawls on the chamber floor in Congress, rent boys dressed as Nazis, candidates dressed as Nazis, girlfriends named Toodles, stolen money hidden under pillows, candidates who never existed, pistols at dawn, and some who happily sold their souls to the highest bidder, to name but a few.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?